If there is something that goes hand in hand with my love of animation, it would be video games. And just like anime, they have told amazing stories that have moved me. Moments like the final fight against Ganon in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time were very informative to my love of storytelling. The weight of that moment will forever be seared into my brain. Though that got me thinking, what if we combine the two formats? So I wanted to take a look at a few that I think would make amazing adaptations into anime form. Video game anime isn't a new thing, not by a long stretch of the imagination, and it dates back all the way to July 20th, 1986, for two separate anime movies released on the same day. Those being Super Mario Bros., Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach, and Running Boy, Star Soldier, no Humitsu. In the time since, we have gotten tons of them, though there are still some that could use this treatment, and I'm going to share with you my picks to move into the world of animation. Though before we begin, it would help the channel for you to hit the subscribe button so that you are notified of more content like this. I'm still working towards 50 subscribers at the moment, and every little bit helps. I've got a lot of plans for the channel currently, and my other video series about isekai is set to release soon. With that, onto the list.
Number 5.
A Super Nintendo era RPG created by the team built from the veterans of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, who brought along the artistic talents of Akira Toriyama. Yes, Chrono Trigger should totally be made into an anime, and would thrive. Telling the story of a group of misfits from all across time fighting to stop a future apocalypse created by an alien being known as Lavos. It features multiple endings, and a lot of optional missions would affect the playthrough. An anime would do very well to build off the designs of Toriyama, and with the killer music by Mitsuda Yasunori and Nobu Uematsu, this would be an experience that would last with viewers from the prehistoric era of 65 million BC to the ruined world of 2300. The video game is very near and dear to many people's hearts, myself included, and would love to see the adventures of Chrono, Meryl, Frog, and company fully animated. We did get animated cutscenes included in the re-release since the SNES days, but it would be amazing to see the full story told in anime.
Number 4.
This Level 5 developed action RPG/city builder was a PlayStation 2 launch title, and one that I wish they would revisit in video game form as it has a lot going for it. We did get a sequel in Dark Cloud 2, but the series has been dormant ever since, aside from porting over the game for newer hardware. An anime series, though, could help to put more eyes on the property and hopefully help to give us a new entry. Being an early PS2 title, there isn't a ton of story here, so the anime team has a lot of room to put their mark on it as well. The story we do get is that of our hero Toan, who is given a magic stone that allows him to rebuild the towns destroyed by an evil genie he comes across. To do that, though, he has to go into the dungeons neighboring the towns and retrieve the objects and residents of the town. To help in his adventures, he is assisted by 5 other characters with their own unique playstyles. In the time since Dark Cloud, Level 5 has found success with other properties and has animes created for titles like Yokai Watch and Professor Layton, though Dark Cloud may be a property that a young and hungry studio could seek out and really make a name for themselves.
Number 3.
The Nintendo series Metroid has historically done much better in the West than it has in its home country of Japan, but that doesn't make its story any less interesting. Also, with Castlevania getting the animation treatment, why should the other part of Metroidvania get left out? Starting in the NES days, Metroid has been a story of bounty hunter Samus Aran and her adventures across a universe of danger. This results in her coming across adversaries like the space pirate Ridley, the evil Mother Brain, and of course the titular Metroids. With a story spanning multiple games, there's a lot of room for content to animate, and with Nintendo more inclined to put their properties in other mediums lately, this is one that may happen. This should also make up for the horrible depiction of Mother Brain as seen in the Deke Captain N cartoon. Though as the game Metroid Other M has shown us, there is a tightrope they will have to walk to make sure that Samus feels just right as a character.
Number 2.
We obviously have had abundance of Pokemon anime over the years, but with the Legends Arceus game, it showed us a much different world of Pokemon than the one we are familiar with, and that is one in the early days of catching them all. Instead of Pokemon partners, they are treated as wildlife, or crazy monsters with the powers of the elements that best to be avoided. Even Pokeball technology is in its infancy as well. A series would do well to play in that world, one where we can explore the political changes of the Hisui region as it is finally stepping out into a much bigger world of Pokemon. Focusing on the Survey Corps, it's something we haven't really seen in the world either, as they typically focus on trainers. There can be exploration of the usage of Pokemon in fights, all while continuing the original anime's tradition of learning about the fabled pocket monsters. As for the story, it is also an isekai, with the main characters sent back in time, so this is something that they could continue if they wish. This could be a fun story showing the building blocks of the world of Pokemon, and as we have gotten stuff like Pokemon Generations that are more in line with the games, this too could have a spot.
Number 1.
The Blue Bomber isn't a stranger to animation. From American-produced shows to anime based on the Battle Network series, there is always a spot for Mega Man. The one that would work best animated, though, would be his first step into 3D that made its way to the original PlayStation and Nintendo 64 systems. That title being Mega Man Legends, or Rock Band Dash in Japan. This tells the story of Mega Man Volnut, a digger that was found as a child and now goes into unexplored ruins hunting for treasures from a past civilization. Along with the help of Roll Casket and her grandfather Barrel, Mega Man tries to discover the mysteries of his origin while being trailed by the Bon family, really led by the genius Tron Bon and her army of Servbots. Mega Man Legends could be a very strong contender for an anime, and already has the feel in its art style. Also, as we never got a third game in this series, which I'm not totally bitter over in any way, it would be nice to get some resolution to Mega Man's story, especially as they left him in a cliffhanger at the end of Mega Man Legends 2. So, barring a new entry or collection of the previous games, this would be a nice way to keep this cool series alive. So those are my picks for video games that could use an anime adaptation. But there are so many more that could make this list. Is there any that you feel would make a good anime? And if so, what studio would you like to handle it? This is a thought exercise, so the sky's the limit. Do you want Studio Ghibli to do Bloodborne? Put your thoughts into the comments, as I would love to hear what you think. Until next time, this was the New Anime Report, Bionic Weasel.